INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Here I come again. Out. Switch.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Here's Goff. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. Now it's Goff. Steps away to his left, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. There's Goff. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, 31 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is under pressure, and they got to him again?
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Bridgewater to throw it. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. He's got daylight. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight end right. Even.
Out of the gun, gone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Get him, boys. We go tonight.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw is Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Bridgewater. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Goff now looks to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods there to make the grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Bridgewater now. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. These two teams squaring off here in Week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they've dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Check back 47. Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing is Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
Hold on. Check.
On first down, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. K1 short, able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They run the counter. Akers. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to get this deep onto Carolina's side of the field. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Lift. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's see what you got. Both 7s to Mike.
Here's Bridgewater. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check for it.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam In there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
I know you felt that one.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for L.A., you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves